Welcome, friends, to Nine's Corner. I am Nine. It is so nice to meet you. And if you're returning, welcome back, my dear, dear friends. So, we have so much that we need to look at and go through. But first, I'm just going to start off on a personal note. I went to the doctor 2 days ago because I woke up in so much intense pain. I thought I was having a heart attack or something of that nature. But it ended up that I have shingles and I've got this band around me. The excruciating pain that I have been through has been unbelievable. So if anybody has any home remedies that work for this adult chickenpox, I guess, and what makes it worse is I never had chickenpox. So they say if you didn't have chickenpox as a child, then it's worse when you get shingles as an adult. And even as we speak, I can feel underneath my arm right here a new section starting. The pain. But we're going to get through the pain because I have so much I want to talk with you about. So, first and foremost, God help us. We are here again, going back to Texas yet again, and praying for the souls of these beautiful, beautiful children. Dear God in heaven above, I don't know what else or how much else we can say. We pray. We want change. And I mean, this affects everybody. I can't tell you the sorrow that I feel in my heart because of the mother. I can't imagine. And so I thought, as a mother, that's how I would express myself. It's my way of almost sending a prayer for those beautiful, beautiful children, their families, their friends, for the teachers, for the two adults that passed away. I mean, how else can we say it? We've said it so many times. I am just so grateful that we have this place to come together in friendship, a safe place where we can talk together. For the children. My child did exist. I've lost a child, I hear myself say, and the person I'm talking to just turns away. Now, why did I tell them? I don't understand. It wasn't for sympathy or to get a helping hand. I just wanted them to know I've lost something dear. I wanted them to know that my child was here. My child left something behind which no one can see. My child made just one person into a family. So if I've upset you, I'm sorry as I can be. You'll have to forgive me. I could not resist. I wanted you to know that my child did exist. So I thought to start off the reading today, I would ask a question to my angel answers. Anybody who watches my weekly vibes know about angel answers. It basically gives you a yes, no, or a variation of it. So I thought, let me ask and find out, will Texas now or in our lifetimes ever do anything about gun control? Will they ever look at having responsible, common sense gun laws? We can't we keep going through this over and over again. I mean, it's not normal. It's not normal to keep hearing about all these children passing away because they went to school. I mean, so let's ask angel answers to see, will Texas ever do anything with the gun laws? And I mean, if Texas does something, that's basically, you got most of America. So I guess I could say, will America in any time in the near future or in our lifetimes, like over the next 10 years, let's put a time limit on it. over the next 20 years, will anything ever happen with the gun laws in America? Peaceful resolution. Oh my God, guys. I truly wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting peaceful resolution. So excuse me as I put on my glasses, and we're going to read what that card actually means. Peaceful resolution. The challenges you're inquiring about are going to come to an end. Conflict will cease and soon will be replaced with harmony. There will be a sense of peace shared by all, even if some only agree to disagree. Disagreements will be resolved in your favor. This includes struggles with employees, legal battles, arbitrations, and strife among family or friends. Be forgiving and understanding with those who may have been in error. Allow peace to come with grace and dignity for everyone. Oh, guys, pray God that this is real peaceful resolution. I mean, that's just so beautiful, perfect. Oh, Lord, help us. A change is going to come, my friends. A change is going to come. And because I love that card so much, I'm going to leave it out for us. That's beautiful. So I thought, sticking with Texas, let's get into Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, who's, wants to say that this is all just a media political ploy when they try to talk about gun laws when somebody goes up and shoots out a school. Ted Cruz, I mean, I don't know how he has basically a 50-50, popularity there. I can't comprehend it because... And for the record, because I saw in the comments, somebody said, not all Republicans are bad. And I believe that. I truly do. I understand. Two things can be true at the one time. Somebody could be a really good politician and be doing really bad stuff at home. Or they can be a crappy politician and actually be a great family member. We have learned over the years between Bill Cosby and etc., that you can't take anybody or anything by face value. So yes, I do. And I get myself in trouble all the time for doing readings on people that are popular. And if I say something negative, it's like, oh my God, but I just read the cards to the best of my ability. I try to keep my own opinion out of it. Even like when I read on Hitler, I have watched so much. My husband and I are real documentary nerds, so we have watched everything on World War II. So in my personal opinion, I thought the cards were going to be like, oh yeah, Hitler went on and he lived, and because that's what I believe. And as soon as I flipped over the card, tarot said, nope. Now, I could have went on for an hour talking about all the conspiracy theories and where he was and the whole 9 yards, but I truly try to stick with the cards. So here we go. Let's look at Ted Cruz. What's going to happen? Because this dick, and apologize for my language, but I can't, it's not my fault that he's a dick. You know what I'm saying? Because he literally said we should have a one-door rule in the school and have armed police officers there. And it's like, does he even think about the psychological ramifications on children going to school and being looked over by police every day? Like, is that a normal life that we should all be, going for? Like, it's not sensible. So let's look at Ted Cruz. I'd like to see how he's doing. Are people finally going to discredit him and realize that he's a two-faced, talk out of your arse kind of guy, right? And he doesn't have a clue. So Ted Cruz, Page of Swords. So here he is talking out of these Netherlands. He can't help himself. It's like verbal diarrhea to him. Going across him. Ooh, interesting. Queen of Swords. He's got himself a little trouble there. People are going to be talking. He should try to shut this down. He's made a big faux pas. But the fact is that Texas likes their gun laws. And I totally appreciate that because I live in Canada and all my family were hunters and, got to get me moose, boys, and the whole 9 yards. So I get it. But I don't get the AR-15s and things of that nature. So I think there's common sense that could happen. And we know it will eventually. We know it'll happen eventually. So let's keep looking at Mr. Cruz. 6 of Wands. He really, he wants to make his mark. He wants to give people the impression that he's on top of things. He knows what he's doing. He's looking for recognition. He wants to get his name out there. He's saying about everybody politicizing it, but he's politicizing it himself. We got the Wheel. So, in the past, I think with all the Trump drama that he went through and, about his poor wife. I mean, I don't care if you're Democratic, Republican. That was a really low blow. And the fact that her husband didn't have the kahunas to stand up for her tells you everything you need to know about this man. I would say the same thing if he was Democratic. Okay? So the Wheel means that things are just, they're cycling. They're going through it. Ted Cruz is a cycler. 4 of Wands. In his head, he feels like he will get victory. Now, he knows that it might be a tight race, but he still thinks that he's going to get victory. I think they're going to really use this Beto O'Rourke interruption. It is going to gaslight all the Republican and Fox News followers. Whether you agree with him or not, and I agree with him, with what he said, but timing being everything, you don't go into the mouth of the lion and expect him not to bite. And now they've given Fox News and every other right-winged nut reasoning to look at this. Now, I mean, I realize responsible, regular Republicans are just as horrified as we are. But seriously, So, 7 of Wands. He's going to be going through, in the near future, a lot of having to try to defend himself. This faux pas, I mean, he cycles. It's like he'll defend himself and he'll still slither through like a snake somehow. Because even though he's going to be trying to defend himself, there's going to be a lot of things going after him. He's still there. He's still standing. He's got plans. He really feels like he can do something. He can be part of this. Wow. Okay. I'm a little bit flustered because I wasn't expecting to see the Emperor here. But the first thing I thought when I saw the Emperor is that the people around him, the Republican Party, kind of look at him as the foundation of the Republicans, like almost like he's grandfathered in. So when you're dealing with, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Bobart and all the right-winged, this is somebody that, they can give a pass to be honest with you. Ooh, he's feeling left out. So this is showing that he is trying to get recognition. This is showing that he's feeling left out. He feels like he has had his chance at presidency, his chance at being, a big deal taken from him. He has a lot of built up animosity and resentment against a lot of people. Knight of Wands. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Please, what are you thinking, guys? There's got to be an alternative to Ted Cruz. There just has to be. Fact is that he is going to take the incident that happened with Beto O'Rourke, try to let that be the center stage to get rid of his faux pas about the one-door police you know. And like always, he cycles and he's feeling left out. So he's definitely trying to get some representation. He's trying to get his name in and around. So we're going to hear about him for, you know, we're going to hear his name come popping up more and more. Oh my gosh. My back is killing me. I hope that, you know, some people out there can appreciate what I'm going through. But at the same time, I don't know if you realize how important you've become to me. And it's like, when I am not talking to you, I'm missing my friends. So I was like, we have to talk about all these stuff. Ugh. So let's look at Greg Abbott. Oh, I really sincerely, you know what? Before we do that, let's look at Beto O'Rourke. What do you think? Do you think it was bad timing? Do you think that he was there to make a point? Do you think that he was there, you know, for a political checkmark, to be, you know, present and to get press? And it's like, just really, I feel like it's really bad timing. So let's look at Beto O'Rourke and see, guy, what are you doing? Because the fact is that he is anti-gun, he is anti-gun in a place that has a high approval rating for their Second Amendment. So, Beto, did this media coverage of you, was this a good choice? Was this a bad choice? What were you thinking? What do people think of it? Let's pull some cards and see. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Unfortunately, this is saying, Beto, really poor timing. Is your message on point? You betcha. Do you have some support? You betcha. But you've lost support within that state. People are just, it really was inappropriate bad timing, and it gave a perfect, you know, sound bites and picture bites for the Fox News and everybody else. So, ooh, somebody is responsible for telling him that this would be a good idea. Somebody is responsible behind the scenes. Like, it's like he didn't just come up with this himself. Somebody was saying to him, do this, almost knowing that this would come off as a negative. There's something's here. Knight of Cups, he wanted to give. King of Cups. Queen of Swords, there we go. So, for him, underneath it all, he really just wants to get that message out. He believes in his message. He's being truthful. He's not coming from a place of showmanship in the sense of trying to get ego. He literally did that with a sincere want to press this issue. He did it with the emotion, but boy, was it bad timing. It gave fodder, and it just gave hysterics for the opposite side to play with, and it's going to play right into the 2022 and the 2024. It'll just keep affecting and going. Ooh, Star upside down. And most of my cards are upright. I'm old-fashioned. I read the upright version. So for the Star to be upside down, oh, Beto, I think you're going to be going through some difficult time. You better get out and do some damage control, because the left might support you and your issues and your opinions, but where it counts, where you're trying to get votes, you have now hurt your population or hurt your popularity among them. So we've got the Two of Cups. I guarantee you, somebody shady pushed him into doing this, pushed him into thinking that this was a good idea. He did it with complete honesty, wanting to, put the issue out there and show that, show his heart on the sleeve. But some shady person in the background, more or less pushed him or helped him to make this decision. Ace of Swords. The people around him are just going to use this. They're going to use this to attack him, to attack Democrats, to attack. It's going to be the buzz stuff for the right. Page of Cups. Interesting. I think he is going to try to come out and do some, trying to fix the situation. But again, when I see the Page of Cups, I often think to myself that it's like the Page of Cups, the person who's giving off their emotion, is getting help or getting talked to by somebody else. It's like, you've seen those movies where somebody's like, doing Romeo and Juliet, and they're talking and somebody is giving them the lines from behind. So I think this is just proving again that somebody used his emotion and want to really make a change, and they're involved in this, and he's taken the fall. Oh no. Sorry. Please, sorry. The tower is in town, so I think this is going to do damage to him. It's going to do damage to, it's actually going to make him, end up going 2 steps back. This is going to really be hard on him personally, not just work-wise, but personally, because this is a man who really feels his emotions. He really, truly wants to make a change. But I think he's going to see some blow-ups and explosions in his life. I think he's going to have some lasting effects from this situation. So next, let's have a look at Greg Abbott. We'll just do like a 3-card spread just to see how he's doing, how this recent media circus with O'Rourke is going to affect him. Will this give him more momentum, especially with Fox News and them probably using this as little video bites, and, I'm sure Fox News and Megyn Kelly and all the usual suspects will be using the Beto O'Rourke incident in their newscast. So, how's Greg Abbott going to do? How's Greg Abbott going to be doing? 9 of Wands. Oh, he is going to use this to be the defender, to be like, look at this. They're trying to politicalize it. They're trying to interrupt us while we were trying to give information. And it really was poor timing. But they are going to exploit it 100%. King of Cups. Oh man, I think because I did my previous reading, I said O'Rourke was the King of Cups, that he's really doing things from his heart. They're going to go after him. This is going to be major fodder for Abbott, 100%. Queen of Cups. Okay. So O'Rourke is not going to be the only one they're going after. There's a female who would be in line with O'Rourke, somebody who has the same feeling of responsibility, like in the same, you know, so there's going to be, they're going after O'Rourke, but they're going to be going after a female that would be like his contemporary or the female version of him. So there's going to be another story coming up, and it's happening. So I think Abbott is going to be able to use this story, and I think something else is going to happen that he's going to use, and it's going to be involving a woman. So we'll have to wait and see. So for our next reading, I thought we would just check in on Josh Duggar, who has been given 12 years and 7 months. We did a reading a while back about him, and wow, you know, So for my next reading, I thought we would look in on Anna Duggar. Remember 19 Kids and Counting? Josh Duggar got in trouble for child, and he ended up going to court. Well, he was found guilty, which we knew was going to happen, but we had to wait to find out how much time would he get. I should have went back to my video to see if I did a time. I don't remember, but he has gotten 12 years and 7 months. So I thought, okay. So I thought, we're not going to look at Josh. We know what his character is. Let's look at Anna, who is his wife, who has all those children. Is she going to give up her life for the next 12 years waiting for him to get out? Because I'm sure they're probably like, oh, he's in for 12 years. Hopefully he'll get out in 8 or whatever. You know, I don't know. Because it always seems like everybody gets out early somehow, some way. Especially if they, you know, have some popularity to them. So let's just look at Anna. What is she going to do? How is our children? Let's just have a look. Anna Duggar. How are you? How are the children? How is this going to affect your children? Are you going to wait for him? Let's look, my darling. Insert curses here, because darn it all, she is going to wait out his time. She will wait faithfully without having anything else in her life. The people that are around her that support her staying with her man, standing by her man, having that, you know, you can't get divorced man thought out of their head. They have no respect for this woman. They have no respect for her person, for what she has to go through. She is being mined, like this is like she grew up having a certain way of thinking, and they are supporting that way of thinking. She is not getting out of this. Crossing it is the Magician. Oh my God, everybody in her life are giving her the advice of stick by him, stay by him. We will support you. We will help you with the kids. Time will go fast. He'll get out on good behavior. Like there's just so much pressure on this poor child, and it's not something that she walked into. It's not like she all of a sudden married a king and became a queen. This is something she grew up with. This is her value system. I mean, it's really hard for anybody to walk away from religion, but especially if this is something that you have lived every day. It's been instilled in you to the point where they live their lives where you can't hug and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if anybody's watched 19 Kids and Counting, you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, justice has been served. So in her heart of hearts, take everybody out of the situation. Anna herself believes that justice has been served. This time away from him is a relief, a break. I mean, wow. Oh! Tell me tarot doesn't tell you the story and tell you the truth, because this is the story and this is the truth. This is the devil. her husband, Josh, she knows that she had to protect her children from him. She kept an eye on him. She lost sleep over him. She is imprisoned by her family because this is what she grew up with. And I don't mean just the religion. I mean what Josh does, or what Josh has done with the pictures of children, is not new to her. This is something that she has seen or experienced in her life. This is a way of like major cover-up. But she protected her children in the past. She knows deep down in her heart that he deserved to be put away. She knows of the things that he's done, because the sick, insert curse here, told her everything. He sat her down, and I guarantee you, they treated it as though if you tell her everything, then you will be absolved of your sins. It's almost cult-like, and it feels very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Queen of Pentacles, boy, she's just like, I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to raise my kids. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to save. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. She is going to take advantage of having this time away from him to the best of her ability within the confines of her family. So the poor child is like, inside, there's a nugget of knowing the truth. Inside, there's a part of her that is glad that he had to take responsibility for his actions. It's almost like she can forgive him because of the time that he will spend in jail. Eight of Pentacles. She's just going to wait the time out. She's going to raise the kids. She's going to try to do everything to the best of her ability. And I think now that he's been sentenced, you're going to hear less and less about them over the curve of these number of years. And then, around the time that he's getting out, the media will start again, and it'll be the big focus. But she will get to have a certain amount of time, years, because it's cycles of years, that she'll get to have some reprieve. She'll get to have some private life, raise her kids in her own terms. Now, I would not want her terms, her family, like what's going on there, because it's very cultish. I really believe it's very cultish. But there it is. Oh my God. As much, because in my head I'm thinking, this can't be real. This can't be, because she's on television. And no matter what her husband does, she's there and she supports him over and over. But it's like she's happy that he got the recognition for what he did so that he went to jail. Somehow she can live with the fact that he did it as long as he's having to take responsibility for his actions. Her personal feelings inside of her differ from the ones that we receive via media and via any kind of things that you see about them or are told about them. People just feel so much pity for her. They just feel so bad for her. They just feel like, on top of having to deal with everything with your husband, you basically lost everything. And this is a man that she loved. Whether you agree, because again, I'm going to say it, two things can exist at the one time. You can have this man in your life that you love completely, and then you find out that he murdered somebody. Like, real life is like that. So I think a lot of people feel bad for her. I think there's a lot of people that would love to support her, to move her into a better life, a life outside of Josh, a life that would mean divorce, a life that would mean moving on and finding your own way, because I'm sure she doesn't even know what type of ice cream she likes, because she probably likes whatever Josh likes. So her experience is going to be so much greater than what we can appreciate, because she's going to have to learn so much more about herself, because her whole life has been centered around Josh. Four of Pentacles, she is going to hold the fort down. She is going to be the strong woman with the inner strength that's going to show everybody this is how you love and support your man through good and bad. She is going to show you what the marriage vows mean by holding down the fort, by raising her children, by doing everything and being this woman of virtue, a woman of strength. Seven of Pentacles. She's literally resigned to waiting out her time. In the meantime, she will try to instill and raise their children the way that Josh and her have been raised. And she will wait out her time until such time that her and Josh get back together. You know what? Let's ask, seeing that I have them here, let's ask the angel answers. Will this time in jail give Josh... I'm so sorry. I'm in so much pain right now. Oh my God. I didn't realize I was in pain while I was doing the reading, but as soon as I stopped and took a breath. Oh. So let's ask the angels. Will Josh learn his lesson and come back a different person, a better person, a rehabilitated person? Or will he come back as the same despicable loser human that went in? Helpful people. Okay. So I think there's a strong possibility here that what she feels is correct, that this was the best thing that could ever happen to him, for him to get caught, for him to have to pay justice. And I think he's going to have people around him helping him, not just on the outside in the meaning of his family, because they will be there, his wife will be there, his children will be there. But I think he'll have people within the prison helping him. And whether you like these people or not, I'm just going to say it like it is, because as soon as I saw this card, I focused in on the center and the light coming out from Jesus. So I truly believe that he will use his religion and his faith in God to help try to change him. Whether or not he is capable of being rehabilitated, 100%, but he will have helpful people around him. When Josh gets out, will he be able to control his feelings, or will he end up getting caught for something and end up being put back in jail at some point, or what will happen there? What will happen there? The Emperor. It's hard because my life experience and my PTSD is telling me, no, he'll never change. But I have to go with what tarot is telling me. And I feel like his time, God willing, will be focused on helping and getting under control, because he does want to be the father, to be the stability. He wants to come back as a better person. That's hard for me to swallow, because I'm just, I'm not a fan at all. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest, when 19 Kids Accounting came on, I remember watching it because it was during the K+8 and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, my God, are there people out there truly that good? Like, oh my God, make you feel bad about yourself. And then you find out, no. Everybody has a good side and a bad side. It matters not your race, your religion, your political leanings. That's life. That's humans. That's the way we are. So, special prayers to the family and friends that are affected in Texas. And here in Canada, we had a major storm in Ontario and Quebec where 9 people lost their lives. I was on the phone with my sister, and she could only talk to me for a minute because they were without lights and power for a number of days. So it was a major storm, and it's just been overwhelming. So I want to share with you a Eskimo proverb that gives me peace, or at least helps me during times when there's so much loss and there's so much pain going on in the world. Perhaps they are not stars in the sky, rather openings where our loved ones shine down to let us know they are happy.